Hey guys, I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that Surewinder is still selling amazing products. Some of you guys have been dragging your feet for whatever reason. If your shoulder hurts, do not waste time. Pull the trigger. I just bought 4 or 5 of them, and we had 2 guys out. You know how much it cost me to pay for 2 guys being out with bad shoulders? We just pulled the trigger and we said, listen, everybody's going to have one on a truck. It's mandatory. You got to use it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till your guys go down. It's going to cost you more. Buy a Surewinder.
Your website is no longer the front door to your business, and I'm going to explain why. 85% of brand discovery now happens off-site via AI citation. This changes everything for you and your business. In 2026, you don't just optimize for people, you're actually optimizing for LLMs that talk to people. So now we have like this middleman that we have to train on how to discover us, who we are, what makes us different, and how we want to project that to our customers. So I'm going to go over a couple things with you, and I'm going to talk fast, and we're going to get through this because this episode right here should frame your marketing strategy for digital. You should be making some changes, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why. So there's a lot of chatter in the marketing world where we live every single day at Markenuity of the rise of GEO. There are a lot of people trying to create this GEO theory, which is generative engine optimization, basically training LLMs. Now, the question then becomes, is it 2 different things or is it one thing? Can you do, SEO or GEO or both? The days of just targeting like a keyword and doing like just basic SEO is over. It's dead, completely gone. It's been gone really for like a year or 2. We have changed the way we do SEO at Markenuity years ago. We're constantly changing, but we spend an awful lot of time reading articles, learning, testing. And it's interesting because some customers of marketing agencies are still banging on, why am I not ranking number 1 for this particular keyword? It doesn't work that way. I mean, it kind of does, but it doesn't. It's hard to explain, honestly. But yes, SEO is still extremely important. Your Google business profile is still extremely important. But if you're not evolving and doing things, which I still consider SEO, I don't even think GEO is a real thing, but the industry is splitting. The marketing industry is splitting. So there's companies that are launching, advertising themselves as GEO. I think it's a play. It's a marketing scheme. It's whatever. A good agency is already and has already been doing GEO like a year or 2 ago, and you should be reaping some of the benefits of that now. Now it's changing forever, like all the time. So if you're not keeping up with it, that could be a problem. So we're moving beyond keywords to like all the things that help AI learn who you are. And there's a lot of different things that help with that. And I'm not going to go into all that today. I'm staying somewhat high level. One of the things that I can tell you for certain is a big deal is video. I have been telling you guys for years that video is going to be key. You need to be building out video. You need to be doing it. It needs to be on YouTube. It needs to be on Facebook. It needs to be on X. It needs to be on everything. You need to be pumping video, not even for the audience, really just for large language models. So they can get their customers the information. Video can be scraped by AI without even watching it in a matter of a second and get all the information. Or you could even make it easy for them and just give them the transcript. But video's like the source of truth for AI crawlers. And not everybody's taking the time to do it. I think you should have video on your website. Like, this is a big deal, y'all. So you need to tell AI why they should recommend you. You need to do that on your website and off of your website. Some big news hit Google recently called micro audience. We're calling this the micro audience revolution because they're starting to see that these changes that they're making are benefiting the major brands, the big companies, and small businesses are hurting. Why would that be? Because small businesses can't compete with the budgets of the big businesses. They're not winning all the big awards. They aren't at charity events. They're not in press releases like the big companies. They're not acquiring other businesses. There's not a lot of chatter about them online. And that is the things that AI really likes. So these small companies who don't have a lot of news about them, they don't have as many reviews, they don't have the reputation, they don't have the longevity, they don't have the awards, all of these things. Google's starting to recognize that they're hurting. Small businesses hurting. So they threw us a bone and they said we're dropping our audience targeting from 1,000 to 100. Like previously, you couldn't run certain campaigns unless you had 1,000 customers that you could upload in there, and it was kind of a pain in the butt for smaller companies. And so now we're getting away from like the too small to serve issue, and you can upload a customer list in there using customer match for smaller lists. And this is great because all their AI features can take that list, find commonalities, target. You can do all kinds of like niche targeting at this point. So, for example, I'm going to give you an example. You can take all of the people who hired you for garage door repair, right? And put them in the system, and it'll find people who are similar to them, the common things. And so AI is really good at that. And then being able to like place your ads in front of the people who are similar. So if there's a lot of similarities between the people who hire you for certain services that you really like, then you can upload that list, push it out, and it'll serve ads to them. That limit of your audience has dropped from 1,000 to 100. Kind of a big deal, I think, especially if you're a smaller company or you're a niche business or you really just want to focus on specific people with smaller audiences, which I really love. I love doing a lot of little niche things. All right. So the other thing is navigating the 2-track strategy. So maintaining your old school SEO for high intent Google search users and feeding the AI beast with structured data, podcast, video transcripts, like everything. AI wants to know what makes you different. AI wants to know pricing. AI wants to know how many awards you've won and what awards you've won. What are you doing locally in the community? These things are going to be really important. And the days of you like donating and not bragging about it is over. The days of you winning an award and not bragging about it is over. The days of you doing anything and not bragging about it is over. Like, we now have to get to the point where we're feeding AI as much as humanly possible. Everything's an event, everything's a big deal, everything needs to be promoted. And if you're not doing that and you're not feeding your marketing agency information to have them help promote, then I'm telling you, it's going to be rough. It's going to be more rough than it is now because The big guys understand this and they're doing a really good job at this. So make sure that whatever your agency is, that you're feeding them highlights. If you install a really cool door that you love, send them good quality photos. Give them the details of the job. Give them the details of the door, everything, and why the customer chose you. If you can get a quote from the customer or a video from the customer, like all those things are super important.
Hey guys, I found something that changed my business and I want to share it with you. We've created packages that have included some of the best products in our industry to offer our service customers. The heart of that package is Stealth Hardware Kit. Stealth Hardware is the quietest hinges on the market. I challenge you to buy at least one of these, test it for yourself. Put it on your truck and design a quiet performance package for your customers willing to pay for a better, smoother running door. Buy your Stealth Hardware Kit at Service Spring, do a search for Quiet Hinge, and then buy that. You can buy a double or single door, 7 or 8 foot tall, and promise you it'll change your service forever.
Somer USA and Somer Group want to thank you for an incredible year and the trust you've put in them and their products. As you know, Somer places high value on relationships, education, customer service, innovation, and professionalism. And they are grateful to you for your part in the fostering and dissemination of these values. If there is any way Somer can support you in your journey, whether through their products, the values they hold to, or the knowledge Somer has gained through interaction with door dealers across the world, please reach out to the team at your convenience. They are here to serve you. Again, thank you from the entire Somer team. Check them out at somerusa.com. Tell them Ryan sent you.
But I think the challenge then becomes, if you're maxed out on your SEO budget, like how do you afford doing that and then also having this focus on feeding the AI beast? Honestly, I think that's the challenge for the agencies, to try to find that balance between doing a good job with like trying to get us to rank in SEO in a world where you have Google Business Profile. In some cases, I've seen it moved all the way down to the bottom of the page. You have a full page of ads above the fold. Then as you scroll down, you see all these different things, even FAQs and everything. And then at the very bottom of the page, you're seeing Google Business Profile. This hurts people who've overinvested and not diversified in other marketing streams. We've for so long have been so dependent on Google Business Profile and reviews there. And the shift started 2 years ago. And I've spoken a little bit about that. I still think you need to go all in on GBP because a lot of information is being pulled from there and your website and search results. But there's other things you got to do. You can't just live on your Google Business Profile. You can't just live on SEO alone. It's dying. It's dying because it's evolving. The way that SEO used to be is no longer. And that, for me, I feel like is super important for you guys to understand. SEO's always evolved. SEO's always changed. I mentioned it before. When I first got into SEO in 1999, they would do updates like once a year, if that. I mean, you could totally expose their algorithm, figure it out, and have, 6 months to a year of just foul play, just totally taking advantage of everything. And then it became like, oh, we'll increase the updates, and they would do updates to prevent us from having free play for so long. Then it just became, all right, we're going to just start doing like continuous updates. And I remember the days of Matt Cutts at Google used to come on and like give everybody like the truth. Basically, he would come on and explain to us what's going on at Google and Google search and SEO and local SEO tips. And he would take questions. And that was probably one of the greatest times in SEO. I remember every SEO in the country and maybe even the world would be on those videos while he was doing them and learning and gobbling up the information. But they're less open about some of the updates. But we just had a huge one roll out in December. That one's finished. That was a core update. Things move so quickly that I'm telling you, I believe you've got to be focused in every area, not just SEO. If your agency isn't focused on AI, if they're not doing the things right and you're not coming up in AI searches, I think you need to put a little pressure, ask them why, and what you can do to help them out. Because the AI stuff's not going away. I think I mentioned on the last podcast about Google Business Profile having the check prices with AI feature and how you can handle that. I think it's really important that you put some focus and interest and accountability on your marketing agency to make sure that you're getting in AI overview, you're in Perplexity search, you're in ChatGPT. That's really those three: AI overview on Google, Perplexity, and ChatGPT. Those are the ones you need to be focused on. So I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to give you guys a challenge because I think you guys do well with challenges. When I do challenges, I feel like you guys text me and like let me know for accountability that you did them, and I love that. So feel free to do that because it makes my day when you guys are out there doing the things that I'm putting out, and you guys message me on Facebook or text me and say, "Hey, bro, I did it." So your challenge for next or this week, we'll call it this week because I'm recording the episode at a different time. Your challenge for this week is to do one video on garage door repair. It could be specifically about springs, but you're going to want this video to be anywhere between 45 seconds and a minute and a half. Then I want you to post that video on all the different platforms. Okay. Just one. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to tell you authenticity right now is key. So imperfections are authenticity because you got AI videos being made and people are not loving them. And so I think the imperfections of a selfie video and the authenticity of it is key. So don't go overboard. You don't have to have a production team. Just raw. Just shoot it. You can use CapCut to put your logo on top of it and your phone number. And then that's it. Just upload it. Shoot it out. Maybe put some music behind it, whatever. Make sure that if you're doing music, you do it on the platform that you're at so you have royalty free. But that's really important. Number 2, the next challenge that I've got for you guys is to go in your database and think about a list of 100 or more people that you might have where you're like, man, these people are like my type of customer. These people are the ones that I really love doing business with. The people who bought this product or hired us for this service, those are the people I want more of. And then I want you to go in your database and I want you to pull those out. And if you've got 100 of them, I want you to build out a campaign on Google Ads using that list. Those are your 2 challenges for the week. No excuses, guys. No excuses. We got to make it happen. Those are not overly complicated things. You could spend 15 minutes mapping out a video and then record it. And then, you're probably an hour and a half in, maybe on your first time because you don't know what you're doing on the video, maybe 2 hours. But I'm going to tell you the video will be huge. Next, we've got to upload that list. We got to figure out what our target audience is. Who have we served that we really love? Get that out. Run a cheap campaign. Cheap. It's going to be cheap. I'm saying it's cheap, man. It's cheap. Just do it. Test it. Don't throw a ton of money at that campaign. Just give it $300 to $500 a month. $300 to $500 a month. Watch it, tweak it. I'm not a huge fan of the auto update recommendations feature. in Google Ads. That's bit me on the butt more than it's helped me. So I don't recommend that. But you can go into the recommendations and do the ones that you think are legit. So you'll learn over time. But don't blow a bunch of money on that. It's going to be a cheap conversion for you. It's going to be very targeted. You're not going to be wasting a ton of money. This is where you need to focus. So the video and the list. You guys be safe, be blessed, and thank you for following Torch Talk Podcast.